Everything has an end. It was time. After her training, the Battle of Steelsmith. After Grimley's inglorious end, the insidious evil's army had gone through the mines of Steelsmith to escape Tanos's armies and his wrath. The old shafts brought them close to the busy town of Burger's End. The end of Burger's End. After Grimley's inglorious end, the insidious evil's army had gone through the mines of Steelsmith to escape Tanos's armies and his wrath. The Talia and the all-devouring evil's army had left the mines of Steelsmith behind them, far from Tanos and his henchmen. The tunnels brought them close to the city Burger's End, in the Empire's hinterlands. Burger's End was known for its voracious heroes. More specifically, their appetites were wait for it, dairy. They ate so much that the city had to be supplied with food from the surrounding area on a daily basis. True story.
These gluttons are going to be easy. Onwards, creatures of the deviant evil! Give these gourmands their just desserts!
This hasty attack wasn't the best idea, as the what is cannon fodder for evil's creatures all too quickly found out. These well-fed warriors proved to be exceedingly powerful and dismembered the advancing horde with terrifying speed.
That could have gone better.
Naturally, a battle like that can work up an appetite. Luckily, a transport full of food showed up shortly after the clash. The wheels quickly turned in the deceitful evil's evil brain. What if those deliverers were to have an accident on their way to the city, and the city suddenly ran out of food? It giggled a treacherous little giggle. Those wood piles could be used as a roadblock if they were put into motion with a few hefty blows. That would make transporting that food even more difficult.
Okay, then we'll starve the pigs out. A brilliant plan. Do we have to do this? I feel so bad about killing Grimley. I'm surprised. I thought that evil act would finally extinguish the good part of me. I guess I'll just have to put up with you for a while longer.
These schizophrenic monologues are really annoying. They prevent me from saying so much more.
Not the worst thing when I look at the reviews of the last game.
What? How dare you? Talk about cheeky. You haven't heard the last of this. In its boundless genius, the prudent evil had provided Talia with a few gobberbots whose combat strength would prove extremely useful. They were just, wait a minute, where are they?
Yes! They were supposed to be delivered yesterday, but the postman just left a note at the dungeon entrance saying that I wasn't home. I was here the whole time.
Oh, how I'd love to work with professionals. Just once. Professionals. Just once. Take a deep breath. Remember what they taught you. You don't want any more of those electric shocks. Fine. And so, the bad-tempered evil quickly threw 2 gobberbots into the dungeon. Then it went out to find that postman and beat the living crap out of him. The advance of the homicidal evil's armies had not escaped the voracious heroes of Burger's End in the short pauses between meals. they immediately sent scouts and combat troops out towards the dungeon.
Ah, these stuffed pigs will be a piece of cake. We could also deal with them peacefully, couldn't we?
That was a noble thought from the good Talia. But the heroes of Burger's End were not choosy about what they ate, and dark elf fingers were considered a delicacy.
Oh, disgusting! Right, let's roast these pigs. Oh, good call.
The evilness collecting evil had, well, collected evil. Damned adjectives, whatever. It soon had the chance to research Goabots, enabling it to recruit them itself in future. This extremely useful research would equip all normal goblins with a mech, greatly increasing their combat strength. There are enemies in your dungeon. It's payday.
Oh, hey! Death from above! He's not going to get up.
The first food delivery set out for Burger's End. Of course, the well-prepared and not at all surprised evil would never let it arrive at its destination.
What can I do for you?
Apparently, a couple of heroes got lucky and caught a couple of goblins away from their gobobots on a pea break. You should free them as quickly as possible.
We've stopped the food deliveries! Let the pigs starve. Give your orders.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Give me my orders.
The dungeon heart is being attacked.
Hasta la vista, baby.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Everything evil comes from above. Must die.
Payday.
Ouch! Scouts report another delivery on its way to Burger's End. Come, creatures, let's tear the thing apart!
The destructive evil had destroyed the food delivery before it even got close to Burger's End.
You desire?
Enemies have entered the dungeon. Heroes are stealing your gold. There are countless spiders pouring out of a room that was accidentally unearthed. Disgusting.
evil!
Enemies have entered the dungeon. Scouts inform the highway robbing evil of another delivery on its way to Burger's End.
Jeff!
The masterful evil had destroyed the delivery without even breaking a sweat.
I am the evil.
Payday. Enemies have entered the dungeon. And still these goblins waited to be freed by the completely ignoring them evil. Naturally, it immediately sprang into action.
Scouts report another delivery on its way to Burger's End. Come, creatures, let's tear the thing apart. I'm the Queen of Evil.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. Masterful evil had destroyed the delivery without even breaking a sweat.
Everything evil comes
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Everything good must die.
Payday. A number of food deliveries simultaneously set out for Burger's End. Naturally, the insatiable evil would never let them arrive.
Take that, you worm!
Spiders have spread throughout the underground. Enemies have entered the dungeon. A delivery to Burger's End spontaneously burst into flame. Well, okay, actually more because the grandiose evil's creatures set it on fire.
Take that! Ouch! Evil is unstoppable!
The dungeon heart is being attacked.
Who do you want here?
The insidious evil had intercepted all the food transports. Flawless work.
Sure showed him.
Defend the dungeon heart.
Hasta la vista, baby.
There are enemies in your dungeon. The aimless evil continued to allow the goblins to rot in their prison. Maybe they didn't deserve it, but just the same, they could also prove to be useful soldiers. The beer-brewing evil could now build a brewery. Alcohol and heavily armed evil creatures. What could go wrong? But apart from that, the brewery was able to... Again, a number of food deliveries were on their way to Burger's End. Naturally, these would never, ever reach their destination. enemies have entered the dungeon.
I'm even more powerful!
One of the deliveries to Burger's End met an inglorious end.
Oh, hey! Give your orders.
The masterful evil had stopped all the deliveries from getting through. Terrific!
She's not gonna get up. What's up? She's not gonna get up.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Who do you want killed?
A brewery now twinkled and sparkled in the alcohol-dependent evil's dungeon. Yet before that noble drop could be produced for the Horde, a brewing kettle would first need to be erected.
Take that! More deliveries on their way? Right. Let's take care of them.
It's payday. The destructive evil's armies had destroyed one of the deliverers.
What do you want me to do? Evil energy grows stronger!
The all-destroying evil had destroyed one of the deliveries to Burger's End. The pathetic evil had allowed a food delivery to reach Burger's End. Talk about embarrassing.
Sure showed him.
The aimless evil continued to allow the goblins to rot in their prison. Maybe they didn't deserve it, but just the same, they could also prove to be useful soldiers. The ambush planning evil had taken advantage of the blockades and thereby significantly restricted the food deliveries to Burger's End. That should make starving the city out child's play.
Excellent! Let's hit the greedy bastards right where it hurts most. In the gonads? In their stomachs.
Payday.
More deliveries on their way? Right. Let's take care of them.
One of the deliveries to Burger's End met an inglorious end.
I am the evil.
A delivery to Burger's End spontaneously burst into flame. Well, okay, actually more because the grandiose evil's creatures set it on fire.
Bye-bye, baby!
A satisfying crash and clatter heralded the unapproachable evil's army's destruction of the Pixie Camp. A wonderful thing, because the sound of their wings reminded me of the mosquitoes that attack me in bed at night, damn things.
Oh, I'm sure we could have come to a peaceful agreement.
Peaceful agreement with something that sounds like a mosquito? Trust me, there's no room for peace there, only total war. Even when you search every crack in the whole damn bedroom at 2 in the morning for the stupid things.
You desire?
Highway robbing evil hadn't even let a crumb roll through to Burger's End. Excellent work. Enemies have entered the dungeon. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Lead me to the battle! Evil is unstoppable!
It's payday. Scouts inform the highway robbing evil of a number of deliveries on their way to Burger's End. Aha, the roaring evil thought.
I am the evil. You desire? I am the Queen of Evil.
The all-destroying evil had destroyed one of the deliveries to Burger's End. The aimless evil continued to allow the goblins to rot in their prison. Maybe they didn't deserve it, but just the same, they could also prove to be useful soldiers.
And me. Ah! Take that, you worm!
The destructive evil's armies had destroyed one of the deliveries. There are enemies in your dungeon.
Everything good must die.
Burger's End was doomed. The feasting evil's armies had laid low the last of the defenders, and now rampaged through the city, plundering and burning as they went.
Wonderful! Let them burn. Okay, somehow that was extremely evil. I mean, I haven't forgotten that bit about the dark elf fingers, but maybe we could have gone about things differently? Just shut up and look at the fire.
Talia sat and surveyed the heartwarming scene. Every now and then one could still hear some screaming in the distance, but they soon ebbed, and there was no sound except the crackling of the fire. Well, aside from the roaring of the vile evil's creatures, of course. Once the plundering and arson had gone on long enough, the hinterland conquering evil's army marched on. Everything